Smith. I'm a Muskogee basket weaver. I usually introduce myself as Samba Mahaya. Samba is basket in Muskogee. Mahaya is teacher. I'm here today to demonstrate how to make a single wall round reed basket. If we were using a natural product, it would be honeysuckle. You gather the honeysuckle in the fall right before the first frost. So as a substitute, what we use is round reed. It's a commercial product. It comes from China, but it's the closest we can get to the look of honeysuckle. I've been weaving and making art for almost 30 years. I was here at the council house when it was a museum, and Ted Isham was basically in charge then, and I was doing a lot of pottery classes. So Ted told me, he said, we need a basket weaver, so I need you to go and learn everything you can and then come back, and he said, and you'll be our basket weaver. We had one elderly basket weaver left. Her name was Hepsy Gilroy. I met with her. We were going to try to weave, but her health was not good at that time, so basically we just talked. Then I think it was in like 2005, Joyce Bear, which was with the Cultural Preservation Department, brought a basket so that I could look at it that had been handed down in her family. And so I saw about this much of it, and so I wanted to reproduce it, so I came here to the council house every day for 2 weeks trying to figure it out. And it is a 2-round method to the rim. I could get the first round, but the second round what was driving me crazy. So it was a Friday morning, and it was after 2 weeks, and I came in that morning here to the museum, and I told Ted, today is going to be the day. And I sat and I worked on it probably for about an hour and a half. And so I thought I had it, but I took it to Ted, and Ted said, that's it. And so that rim had not been done. We called it the Creek Double Fall Sprayed Rim. Hadn't been done for 100 to 150 years. What I'm going to demonstrate today is how to make a single wall round reed basket. We have 12 pieces, and they are pre-soaked, because if you do not soak them, they're guaranteed to break on you. So I have 12 pieces, and these are about 20 inches long. And so I don't really use anything to measure with, because our ancestors did not have measuring tapes. So I just come to the middle, find my center. Now I'm going to count out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 and 6. You flatten them out, and then you make a cross and flatten it out. Then you take your weaver and you set it right on top, bring it under, then over, and catch the tail. Come around, and now I'm going to go around it 3 times. And as you can tell, it's 3 here, 3 here. So when you get to your last round, you're at an under, and that's when you're going to start separating the legs. So I take 2, and I come up, split these 2, 2, over and under to the next section, 2, 2, and 2. This is that little tail that we had, and we just weaved right over it. 2, 2, and 2. And when we come to our last section, we're going to split it into 3s. In order to do a continuous weave, you have to have an odd number of spokes. So when we get to the top of the basket, we are going to cut 1 off of each of these so that the top of the rim will match. So now you're just pulling it apart and going over and under, and just in between. And then when I'm teaching, I tell people, turn your basket like you're driving a car. It's like you're turning the wheel. And what we call this, we call it a spider because it looks like a spider. And I probably have made, I don't know how many millions of spiders in my lifetime. So I'm just going to continue to weave over and under and over and under. And then you do have to remember to wet it every once in a while to keep it damp. And since this is a single weave basket, I want this bottom of the basket to be flat. So you want to keep this bottom to where you can get it about a little bit bigger than the bottom of a Coke can. And it's just over and under and over and under. Then I will get the basket. After we've gotten the basket the size we want, then we come to the top, and we had 2 that had 3 on them. So I cut 1 off of each set. Now we're ready to start the rim. So all you do is you come from the back and you're making curls. It just goes round. And what you're doing is you're bringing everything to the outside. And then when we come to the last one, we don't have one to pull down, but this is where we started. So I'm just going to push that up, bring this through, and now all the spokes are on the outside. So now we're going to put them to the inside. So to do that, the one in front, you just pull it down. The one behind it comes across and over and into the hole in front of it. And then you just let it hang out in the middle. We're going to do that all the way around the basket. So now we had them to the outside, we brought them all to the inside. So now I'm just going to pick any spot, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to pull it so that it tightens the rim. And a lot of times you can listen and you can hear it tighten up. So we're going to do that all the way around. Then, after you have it tightened, you can go in anywhere. And we're going to pick up the two that were together. And we're going to cut them off at a slant. And you want them cut fairly long, and then it's just going to roll under the rim, and that's where it sits. So you're going to do that all the way around the basket. And that is our completed basket. And I hope this inspires everyone to take up basket weaving and continue it. I've been doing it for almost 30 years and I absolutely love it. So I weave mats, 3 foot by 5 foot mats. I make traditional crepe baskets. So I do appreciate you for listening and learning, and hope that each one of you take up basket weaving.